everyone. Today I have written a short story called Diepio Short Story. I was talking with a friend that likes my videos, and he said he wanted more Diepio content, and I think this counts. In case you didn't know, I'm also an author, and I've actually been writing a book for a little while. I don't know how long, but it's at least been a month. And now it's almost ready to launch. So I'll make a trailer in a couple days, and I'll publish it somewhere, and you guys can buy it and read it. Be excited for that, because it's happening in maybe a week. Anyways, let's get on with this short story. I rushed over to my tank, sitting in the purple base. I entered the passcode into the keypad, embedded in the shiny new metallic surface. My tank was brand new. It had no battle scars yet. The panel showed a spinning circular icon for a while before going green. It asked what username I would like my tank to have. I typed on the clunky keypad, Z53 incoming. I heard a click and I pulled the door open. I crawled inside the cockpit and sat down. I buckled in my seatbelt and shut the door. I positioned my hands over the two large joysticks for movement and looking around. I pushed the left forward and maneuvered past my allied tanks, shooting down yellow cubes and red pyramids, full of precious building material. My tank automatically absorbed these materials, and my tank grew a considerable amount. My readout displayed level 12. Not great, but not terrible either. I smirked and headed out of my base down towards red. I soon became level 15. A pop-up appeared on my display, informing me that I had now the ability to upgrade. I reached out and tapped the twin button. My tank's cockpit shook and shuddered. I heard metallic grinding and scraping. I saw my cannon had moved and another had appeared. I smiled and kept going. I found a couple blue pentagonal towers in my path. As I was mining, another purple tank walked up to me. His name was Fighter 226, which my windshield, really a screen and a camera, displayed. I rolled my right hand round and round, making my tank spin. This was like waving because it was considered polite to do this with your teammates. Fighter spun back, returning the gesture. He started moving to the left, looking at me. I took this as a sign to follow. He led me to an even larger pentagon field. I spun as thanks, and we both farmed there for a while. Suddenly, out of the edge of my display, I spotted a few green bullets zooming through incredibly fast. They faded towards the center of my screen, but they kept fading at different points, progressively in the direction the bullets were headed. This could only mean one thing. A green was coming towards us. I shot a look at my map. We were close to the center, the most dangerous spot on the map. Fighter 226 started to zoom back towards the purple base, and I followed, occasionally glancing at my map to see if I was still on course. We shot a couple cubes on our way home. Then we spotted two red tanks. A booster was on my right, chasing Fighter. An overlord was on my left. 15 bright red triangles swarmed me. I was caught in a storm of drones, and I was taking heavy damage. No! I screamed. I took one last look at the 26 levels I had accumulated. I tried to dash out, but they were too fast. I heard a metallic shriek and quickly turned to see the source of the noise. It was Fighter 226. He had finally collided with the booster. The booster's spiky plated hull smashed into his with a violent noise of metal. His broken tank fell to the ground with a thud. Just as I saw Fighter die, the drones got through my hull. I quickly slapped the Download Biological Form button. They teared through my skin and I screamed in agony. I was reconstructed a few minutes later in the cloning bay. It scans you so that you can be revived. I walked over to the mechanics. "Have you finished my tank yet?" I asked solemnly. "Yeah, but most of the metal got destroyed. It's level 16 now," I groaned. I sauntered over to my tank, now covered in battle scars. I punched in my code and my username was already there. It asked if I'd like to modify it, but I chose not to. I got in the tank and leveled up a bunch. Once I had put in all my upgrade points, I rolled around the base, looking for Fighter. I couldn't find him, so I marched out towards blue. I pushed my left stick to its maximum power. I was pushed back into my chair as I raced around the battlefield. I found a couple low-level blues and shot them down. Things were looking up again until something flashed on my display. "The summoner has spawned." Normally that doesn't matter, but I saw it. It was right there. A swarm of orange cubes overwhelmed my vision. Thankfully, I was able to escape. I kept driving towards the blue base. I was getting close to the base drone range, but I kept my distance. Satisfied at level 38, I rolled my new gunner, that's the name of my tank, towards the center. On the way, I found Fighter 226 again. We spun for the reunion. We fought an epic battle together at the center. I got to destroy an alpha pentagon. I laughed maniacally as I transformed into a streamliner. My stream of bullets pierced through the hull of any tank that dared to steal a pentagon. Fighter became level 45 soon after, and we were winning the war for purple. But then a team of level 45 reds threatened our success. A Spike, Ranger, and Mega Trapper marched towards us. I whipped my right joystick around, now facing them, ready to strike. Immediately the Spike rushed towards Fighter. His treads were a blur, he was going so fast. Fighter blasted the Spike with his rockets because he chose to be a rocketeer. The Spike took considerable damage and rammed into him. Both the Spike and Fighter died. The Mega Trapper had formed a fortified stronghold, and the Ranger was firing from within. Damn, they make a good team. I dodged each Ranger bullet, but it was difficult because I was slow and the bullets were quick. They were like red sphere-shaped sound waves. Well, no point in just dodging. I pulled the trigger and a fast and steady beam of bullets were launched from my cannons, and they dashed gracefully through the air, bringing death and destruction to their target. The Ranger was down and the Mega Trapper was running away. The legacy of the purple team lived as more purple level 45s gathered to the center. Eventually, we won the war. Alright, that was Diepio short story. I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.